Hello, everybody. I jumped in early because I'll explain the trade I took, but I'm getting ready to get another one here off the mid. We had a crossover of the 15-minute opening range in gold. Shit, let me get my order up here. And then we came up and tested the top of the 15-minute range, which also top of the prior day close. So I'm looking for a long here. If we get one, because we're on the top of the box. We're on the top of the 15-minute opening range box. Hopefully we can get along here. Come on. I'm going to protect the bottom of the box, bottom of the candle. Come on. Come on. Go. 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 Come on. Come on. There you go. Now let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on, baby. Go. Go. Come on, baby. Go. Come on, gold. Come on, gold. Come on. Come on, gold. God dang it. Come on. Don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. Come on, gold. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on, gold. Come on. Out the top. Let's go. Come on. You got it. You got it. Let's go. All right. Come on. Come on. Come on. Shit. Don't double top me. Come on. Come on, gold. Come on, gold. Come on. There you go. Come on, gold. Come on. Come on. Straight line. Come on. Straight line, damn it. There you go. Let's keep going. Come on. Come on, gold. Oh, you're pissing me off, gold. There you go. There you go. You're just coming back to clean out some stops. Good, 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 good. Come on. Now go. Come on. Shit. Come on. Oh, you dog. You are pissing me off. Pivot right here. Come on. Come on, pivot. Man. All right, I can't give up that bottom now. I can't give up that bottom now. You're going to take me out now, aren't you, you piece of shit? Come on, gold. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. I lost my chart. Come on, gold. What the? Jesus. This should have gone out the top. Come on. Are you freaking kidding me? Come on, gold. What the hell? Yep. Took me out. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Ah! Unbelievable. It'll go out that top. They just want to piss me off. Yep, there it goes. See? It'll go out that top, you fucking piece of shit. Excuse me. God dang it. Ah, frustrating. I did catch a good one earlier. I'll show it to you. I'm so discombobulated. I was on a freaking conference call this morning. And man, I got signed on late. I didn't even get to start this stream until late. Blah blah blah. But I did catch gold down in here. I'll explain all this in a minute. For a good amount of money. I don't even know what I'm up right now. Hold on here. I can't read that. What does that say? I can't read that. $1,295. I'm up $1,295 there. I can't read that green on this white screen. I can't. I can read red though, so thank God it was hard for me to read. I can read red real good on that screen, so I'm glad it was hard for me to read. When it's red, I read it without a problem. Ah, Jesus. this mid-band, I mean, this 15-minute range box, man, I've been paying attention to it. It's been doing some really predictable things in the last couple weeks or so. So I've started to lean on it again for trading this opening range box for gold. So I'll explain here. Yeah, exactly. These are reader glasses. I don't need bifocals, but it's that green on the background with the gray and the white. It's hard to read the numbers. I mean, it's just, for me, it's hard to read the numbers. But like I said, when it's red, I don't have a problem reading it. The red stands right out. Yeah, I'm looking at the NQ right now, but we just passed our time frame of when I'm willing to even try to take an NQ trade. I really like to let it go past that 15 minutes after it opens before I even look at it. But freaking gold, man, come on, gold, what the hell? Jesus. So yeah, I'm going to get to that, Gene, in a second. I'm going to get to exactly what I did. I think you and I sound like we took similar trades in gold this morning. This one here was going to be my home run. It's going to be my home run. You just had to go through that top there. Damn it. You just had to go through that top. Frustrating. So frustrating. So frustrating. When you get into a good trade and it's going and it just won't get to, your target, that is just so frustrating. Now, maybe this will roll back and give another long. Remember, it did that a couple days ago. It did that at least twice in gold. One day last week. Let me get my cat. The freaking cat's beating on the door. Oh, man. Holy cow. What the hell's going on with the YM? Woo-wee. Holy cow. Anybody looking at damn it. Gold's getting ready to do what I said. Gold's getting to potentially do what I said. So let's keep looking at this. But anybody looking at that YM, and it's running right towards that prior day high, man. Woo-wee. There might be a long setting up in the YM here soon. Look at gold. All right. Okay. Well, they would have taken me out anyways if I was waiting for my damn target to get hit. Look at the YM. Woo-wee. Go YM, go. Hold on, we might let me go over here and look at the YM. All right, let's look at the YM for a second. Jesus. Oh man, that you talk about run to a line. You talk about run to a line. Holy cow. You talk about run to a line. Holy cow. I'm gonna put my 10 cents in on this one if I can. I'm gonna give this one a chance. The RTY has already started rolling up. Don't jump my in. You jumped it. Oh my God. Look at that. Son of a, I should have traded it manually. Fuck. All right, I'm in. Come on. Go. Go, 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 go. Go. Go, YM. Go. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Come on. You got it. Come on. That RTY is running. Man, the RTY was a beautiful long. Go, YM. Go, YM. Go. Go. Go, 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 go. Go. Come on. Come on, Dow. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's finish this off. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoever said making $400 the hard way wasn't fun. Man, look at that. So look at this RTY. The RTY, same pat. Remember, they're twins. They do everything together. And I saw this one reversing, and I'm like, damn, I've got to take, because this candle went green before this one. And so I was like, bam, we got to take that. Got to take that. But look at the RTY take off. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. That was beautiful. Hey, hey, hey. Gotta love free money. That's free money, man. That's free money. That is free money. Now, this thing's probably going to rotate a lot further, but, look it. I took my $400. Thank you. Thank you, Gene. Yeah, I looked up at the chart. I going, oh, shit. This is going to be a good trade. This is going to be a good trade. And it's probably going to be a humdinger because this one has resistance in its way right here. See, it's got the 9 and it's got the 5 minute, but the RTY has already cleared both those places. So as long as this one keeps pushing up, this one will follow it. It's just going to take it. It's going to take its time because it's hung up in those lines. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. That's an excellent idea, David. So, David, didn't you have $1,000 day earlier this week too? Come on, man. You can only steal so much money from the golden gods, and then they're going to come knocking on your door. Good job, Edwin. Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun when this stuff works? It's fun. Yesterday, I was pissed off. By the way, yesterday, man, let me tell you something. Where did Bob make all his money back yesterday? Anybody want to know where I made all my money back yesterday? Does anybody want to know where I made all my money back yesterday? Right there. Jabing, jabing. And then the correlated one right here in the ES. Together. The NQ and the ES, best friends. Remember, you heard that first from me. Where the hell is it? Let me go back here. This was today. This was yesterday. Wait. Where is it? Oh, right here. Okay, boom. Right here. Right there. I caught this yesterday in the ES for 11.5 points. And then I caught the NQ one for $2,000. This almost the exact same trade we just took in the YM. Shipping. So I caught 11.5 points on the ES per contract, 2 contracts, and then I caught $2,000 in the NQ. That's how I got my money back yesterday after being frustrated in the morning. Man, the ES had a nice, anybody catch this 1 minute gold line in the ES? Holy shit. That was a beautiful inside candle, two inside candles in a row, and then wham. Anybody catch that? That's David. This is why I do these live streams, man, because it works and it's fun, and I want to share it. I mean, I had somebody say to me, "Why do you want to show people what you do? Is that could screw up the market?" I'm like, man, there's shit happening on all these things. You got that one, Carlos? There you go, my friend. See, Carlos is in this trade I don't even know about, so I just happened to glance over. And this one was beautiful. Crossover, 1 minute. You got an inside candle, another inside candle. They went through the top. My favorite scenario. They went through the top of the two inside candles, knowing they wanted to go south, and then they went south. My favorite scenario. I love when they have two inside candles, say you're going short, and they stick the finger through the top of the two inside candles to the left and then run it through the bottom. Oh my God, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. That is my favorite scenario. Look at that ES go. Beautiful trade. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, the sharks are coming back to the market. The sharks are coming back. You may be correct. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's get over here. Holy shit. There's a W pattern setting up here potentially in the YM. Everybody see this? Somebody in the chat called it out. This is definitely a potential W. So you had the down. This is your low. You had the rotation up. Here's your pivot. And then here's your new low. If this breaks to the long side, this is definitely a potential W pattern. And if it W's, I mean, it's heading off this way a long ways. News in 2 minutes. Oh, crap. What a way to screw my W. Yeah, I'm not going to do it then with news. Shit. Oh, yeah. Shit, yeah. We got some big news. Yeah, I can't take that W. God dang. That's what sucks about news. Through your trading day is patterns can start setting up and then they'll just completely collapse because of shit like that. Thank you for reminding me, Cam. Thank you. Jesus. I've had my head chopped off before by not paying attention to news. Of course, yesterday, Trump talking in Davos blew up trades on me, and I got my head punched in. By the way, I don't know if any of you watched I watched some of what he on YouTube last night. I watched some of what he said in Davos. It was funny. It was funny. Yeah. I was gonna jump in that YM myself, man. That was a beautiful. I mean, whoever called that out, I can't remember who it was, but that was that is a classic setup. Ping, 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 and then the smooth pullback to this pivot higher than this pivot, and then wham. I mean, that would be it if we didn't have this freaking news event. That was an absolute perfect setup. After the news is over, it may still do it, but what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. I'm up $1,683, I think. GC, I'm not looking at GC right now. Hold on. What do we got going on here? I still got to explain my trades here in GC. I'll do that here in a minute. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I don't forget. It's just there's patterns setting up. Got to strike while the iron's hot. So we reached the mid band of the 15-minute range and then shot straight up from it, which really is not a surprise at all. We kind of have a problem because we have the prior day close. This is what kind of screwed up my 15-minute range box. We had the prior day close inside the box, which kind of can screw up some of the patterns that I'm looking for in the box. And again, I'll explain that here in a minute. Right now, I'm just trying to catch my breath. Jesus, we've had a hot morning. We've had a hot morning. We have had a hot morning. Man, it worked off that mid band. This is definitely not a red line trade, just for anybody wondering, because we went from this pivot down to here to this pivot down to here to this pivot down to here. So we've been pivoting higher, lower, down to here. That's not a red line trade, but it did bounce off the mid band of the 15-minute range box, which that is normal. Yeah, I'm looking at that HD. That would be a good situation potentially. This whole scenario up here is this whole scenario right here is a little frustrating because this is consolidation here. The fact that we came out of it is hopefully means we're going to start moving again. Man, I think gold is going to go long right here. Damn it. I might just do one contract manually. Oh shit. I don't even have a damn trades type in there. Okay, hold on. All right. We may get that W now. This is the top of the box right here where this candle is, the top of the 15-minute range box. Also above the prior day close. This is I'm going to step into this one if we can break the top here. Okay. I'm in it. I'm going to give it some room. Come on. Now go. Come on. Now go. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Ah. There you go. Come on. Whoa. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. Clean out some stops. Let's go. Come on. Quit being a pain in the ass. Let's go. Come on. Why are you acting stupid, Gold? Come on. Come on. Ooh, man. Gold is being vicious right now. I'm going to defend the bottom of that candle right there. I think I'm going to get knocked out. Maybe not. Come on. Damn. Certainly not as smooth as that YM trade, huh? There's a lot of garbage going on right here. There's a battle going on. I'm going to wait for gold to break out of areas right now. I'm I'm going to wait for it to do something. You could tell by the way these candles were moving, there's confliction going on. Are we going long, going short, going long, going short? That's why I did that with one contract. Here they go again. Okay. So I just want to show something. Like, so you guys might wonder, why isn't he saying anything about this crossover rejection in the YM? So the RTY is still going long. The YM is trying to go short. When they're not in agreement, I don't want to put my money in the tank. So, because if you'll see, we crossed over the prior day high with the YM. And so therefore the pattern would be for all of us to be jumping in for this thing to go short. The problem is the RTY is still over here trying to go long. If they're not doing, because they do move together, as was shown on this long where we all made $400, if they're not together, then the battle gets ugly. And it looks like the RTY is leading the pack today, to be honest with you. Because this ran up a hell of a lot more than this did. So I'm not calling out that trade, even though pattern wise, that's a beautiful potential short in the YM. See, this is called ugliness. Anybody see ugliness? That's ugliness. This is ugliness too. That's why I said we need to get out of this area. We need to get out of this area for me to start looking for gold trades. Heck, I might be done. I hit some beauty. So let's talk about, okay, since we're sitting here doing nothing, I'm going to show you the gold trades I did take. All right. So, and I got, Jesus, man, talk about getting screwed. So here's the 15-minute opening range, okay? Now, I'm not happy that the prior day close is sitting here inside this box. I am not happy about that at all. But anyways, so we came out the bottom of the box after the box was formed. And I've said this 50 times, if I've said it once. What tends to happen is they go out the box one way, then they come inside the box, sit on it, and then they go right through to the other side. Well, that's exactly what they did. They went inside the box and then went out the other side. But they did it very lackluster. They got hung up at the 5-minute red line, whatnot. So I was like, So when we busted through this pivot and sat on the back of the red line, I said, I'm taking it back to here because this is where they're going. They're going here. I mean, they're going out the box because they're going to go from, once they go inside and they start showing movement this way, they're going to go from here to here. Well, not there. I'm sorry. To there. They're going to go from one side of that box to the other. Well, so when he got inside here, so when I got over this red line, I said, I'm going to take the break of this candle here long. And I did. And we sat there, and then this freaking piece of crap candle right here came down and took me out below that candle right there and then ran up. I was so freaking pissed. I was throwing stuff. Okay. You guys can probably guess the words I was using also. Then they broke. So let's get this candle by candle. Then they broke this pivot here on the mid band. See, there's a mid band still. There's still the mid band you got to battle your way through to get from one side of the box to the other. So I'm like, okay, if they cross over and sit on top of that mid band, I'm gonna look for that. So they crossed, they broke this pivot, came and sat on top of it, and then bam, I took the long right out of that. And then because the prior day close was in my way, and this is a pretty good profitable trade, I just closed it out at the prior day close, only of course to see it run right out of the box. There you go. That's where I made my money today. It's just the knowing that when they get inside a box and start going the other way, they're going to go to the other side of the box. Then, of course, you guys saw me take this trade off the top of the box, expecting it to go out, and it didn't. And it didn't. It didn't, of course. That was, God dang it. That was such a pisser. That was such a pisser. Such a pisser. Anyways. Those are my trades this morning. And those are my trades this morning. In gold. You guys all saw my YM trade that I took, which was a beautiful trade. Which a beautiful trade. Thought that YM trade was a beauty. And by the way, let's look at something here. Again, lessons. Let's do lessons while there's nothing going on. Okay. I told you the RTY is trying to go long. So this pattern right here was probably not going to work. And guess what? It didn't. I mean, it fought. The YM fought to make this pattern work, but they never went through the pivot and then rotated back up. And you should not be surprised by that because of what this one's doing. These are important things to pay attention to. Know which instruments correlate with each other. That's why I stare at the ES when I'm looking at the NQ. That's why I stare at the RTY when I'm looking at the YM, and vice versa. And that's why yesterday afternoon, the ES and the NQ absolutely mirrored each other. Absolutely mirrored each other. Let's point this out. I want to point this out. Absolutely mirrored each other. I'm going to show it to you. Let me get it all together here. This is important. This is what some people pay somebody $10,000 to teach them. Seriously. This is what some people pay somebody $10,000 to teach them right here. Oh, for 10 grand, I'll teach you this. Absolutely mirrored each other right here. 12-17, 12-16, 12-17, 12-16. Absolutely mirrored each other. Piece by piece. Absolutely mirrored each other. So the pressure was for this one to go long, and the pressure was for this one to go long at the same time. And I took both. And they made me a lot of money. 11.5 points right here in the end in the ES in 3 minutes. That's a lot of freaking points in the ES. All right. So I'm not looking at the YM and the RTY because they're disagreeing with each other right now. One's trying to go long, the other one's trying to go short. That's the thing about micros, David, is they can give you a very inexpensive way to practice. But at the same time, when you go to actual contracts, there's that element that you didn't have when you were doing micros. That element of, holy shit, this candle's $500 deep that I just got into per contract, stuff like that. Oh, man. Man, that YM trade was a beauty. Man. That YM trade kind of reminded me of that ES trade I took yesterday afternoon. Yesterday at like 12-17. Just like a buzzsaw. Just like a buzzsaw. And when the ES is moving like a buzzsaw, you got to think about this, folks. There's more liquidity in the ES than basically all these other instruments combined. And so if the ES is going through that buzzsaw, that's a lot of energy. That is a lot of energy. If the ES is going like that, there's a lot of energy behind that move. Good idea, Ryan. Good idea. Okay. So speaking of potential setups here, the YM may be setting up again for a long here. It just broke its major pivot. Let me look here. It just broke its major pivot to the left, which was the one where we took that long. It broke that. It created a pivot. Now it just broke it to the long side, and the RTY is going long. So there may be a setup here. Excuse me. To the long side. Jesus, are you going to run off on me, YM? I don't want. Man, it's getting a little antsy. It wants to go already. It's getting a little antsy. Don't get so antsy. Jesus. So, here's your RTY still bouncing off of its 9 EMAs. Yeah, there it goes. RTY is still running to the long side. So they're now agreeing with each other, and there you go. There's your trade. I've made my money. I'm just going to be the observer for now. But they both same time agreeing on direction, pattern. You broke this major pivot. You came back and sat on your red line and your gold line. Boom. There's your trade. Your red line is sloping long. That's your trade. Certainly not going to be the craziness of this one, because it had all that energy it built up to the downside to reject against. Yep. Uh-oh. Something must be going on now. All the equities are moving like big time down. See, this is where you get into like random news in the day. This is what was happening yesterday during Trump talking. Like everything just started going in random directions. I mean, the NQ just threw off a big, huge red line. ES just threw off a big, huge red line. Gold is still sitting over here freaking collecting snow. Not doing a damn thing. See the ES, that's a big red line for the ES. For those of you that are ES traders, you know what I mean. That's a yeah, so something came out. Somebody said something stupid. There goes gold. Edwin. Oh, is there some testimony going on? That may be it. That may be it. Hey, Orville, how you doing? What's up, man? Did you retire, Orville? Did you retire, Orville? hard to pull that trigger. I've got two chats going. One's delayed. Yeah, I can relate to that, Orville. I really can, actually. It's kind of like my modular business. It's like, even if I'm sitting here, making decent money, like today I made some pretty good money. Yesterday I broke even. The day before I made some really good money. Even if I sit here and make good money, it's like, I don't know that I want to cut the cord. I don't pay attention to those two markets at the same time, Mark. I have traded gold, not gold. I have traded silver in the past, but never under this scenario. Just with a 9 EMA by itself, I've traded silver. I mean, it is. You pay attention to silver on that 9 EMA, man. Bam, it can. But the problem is, you got to have a heart of a lion to trade the silver market. Jesus, God dang! You think NQ's retarded? Silver is brutal. Yeah, I don't recommend doing silver. I mean, I'm sure it's changed a lot since I used to do it. It used to be so thinly traded, it was scary as shit. It's probably not as thinly traded anymore, just like gold is not as thinly traded as it used to be, because, both have gone up into the stratosphere. So they've probably collected a lot of traders along the way. I just, I don't know. CHD. Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. It's like NQ on steroids. I mean, from what I remember, man, it could jump, like 6 ticks on an entry, just shing like that. I mean, and each tick is $25. It's like poing, all of a sudden, it's $300 that way, $600 that way. Silver used to be really vicious. Again, I don't know much about it anymore because I haven't paid attention to it since it's gotten expensive. I can assure you it's much more liquid now than it used to be. Just like gold is a lot more liquid now. That's why I don't mind trading gold. I mean, gold used to have gaps in the fills and things like that. Gold used to be tough to trade, a lot more tough than it is now. Yeah, NQ can be a real beast. Of course, it made me my money yesterday. It made me my money yesterday. When it makes up its mind what it wants to do, it can be fun to trade, but you got to be so selective with it. I don't recommend anybody going to trade silver. I think God, I don't remember. I think the leverage on that contract for silver too is, I think it's $2,500 with like a ninja. I'll be honest with you. I think they need to change the leverage on gold. You know, it used to be 500. Well, it is $500, but I mean, how it's not at least $1,000 at this point is crazy to me. Because each one of these candles, take this candle here. I mean, that candle, 63, 58. This candle right here is $500. Just that one candle. And I mean, that's just a random candle on the chart. I really think they need to change the leverage requirements to trade gold. I think it's too low. But I think, I mean, it was set up back when gold was $300 an ounce. You do minis on silver? Yeah. Nobody can print money at a greater rate than the Fed. Nobody. That's why gold has continuously, day after day, gone from 4,100 to 4,200 to 4,300 to 4,400 to 4,500. I mean, like this thing needs to get up into 4,900 today, because that's where we need to be. This thing's getting a day behind now. Just ridiculous. Just absolute insanity. Yeah, ES that's why I tell people, man, if you've never had a payout, you've never passed an eval, take my 1 minute gold line strategy and use it on the ES right there, and get one good trade and call it a day. There it was. Bam, you're done. Call it a day. Passing an eval and getting a payout and all that kind of stuff, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. What they want you to do, all these prop firms want you to think it's a sprint, so that you'll do stupid shit and blow your accounts up. By the way, I had another prop firm yesterday, Tradeify, deny me to be a what is it called? An affiliate. And I swear to God, I think it's exactly because of what we're doing here today. Because we sit here and we actually analyze charts and we make educated decisions on how to pass these accounts. These prop firms do not want you to pass. They don't want you to pass. You pass, they lose money. All right, Edwin. Yeah, good. You're having a good week, Edwin. That's exactly right, Fish Atlantic. Why would they want me to be an affiliate when I'm sitting here telling you, don't fall for these traps of these freaking prop firms? This is what you need to do. This is how you need to get your money. Then take your money and go open up an account with Ninja. Just like Jim did. Just like I did. Just like Orville will do. Exactly, Trader Joe. Exactly. And if you use that mindset, and you go along with the thought process that I'm talking about, where trading's it's not a game. This is not a game. This is serious. Then you have to be patient. You have to sit on your hands. You have to wait. And then take the trades that show you what you need to see to go make money. Go make your money, make a certain amount a day, and then shut the damn thing off. Don't give your damn money back. And these prop firms don't want that. They want you to go in there like a crazy idiot going, woo-hoo-hoo, I made 50 grand, blah, 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 and then blow it up. That's what they want you to do. They want you to think what 99.99% of traders who do fail at this think, that this is a get-rich-quick scheme. No, it's not. That's what these algos are in business doing. That's why these algos do the certain things they do. They're doing the certain things they do because they know the mindset of the average person that's trading, and they're going to steal your freaking money. It's all about legalized stealing. And these prop firms know that that's what's going on, so they're willing to go, yeah, sure, go ahead and trade. Pay us $100. We'll give you an account. Oh, and when you pass and you do this and this, we're going to wire you the money. We're going to wire it to you every day even. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, wait. You watch Bob and you listen to his lessons? We don't want Bob. We don't want Bob representing us because Bob's going to teach you how to pass and actually collect the freaking money. Yep, exactly. They don't want you to pass. They want you to just give them your credit card and just keep pushing buttons and ordering accounts and just pushing buttons and resetting accounts. That's what they want you to do. While I'm screaming, I'm over here taking this RTY trade. While I'm screaming, I'm taking this RTY trade. I didn't call it out, but I mean, it laid out exactly with the YM what they're doing. Remember, I told you they're both in agreement now. I don't know if I'm going to get any real money out of this. My target's at $400. Come on, baby. One of the nice things about the RTY and the YM is, they're $5 instruments. This candle right here was small. That's why I say, okay, I'll take the trade. I'm not really risking any money. Now I'm risking nothing. It either goes to my target or it doesn't. They want you to think, I could go on and on about this, but it is what it is, and you just got to recognize that they're not here to be your friends. I should have taken it at the pivot. That's my fault. Should have taken it at the pivot, as I teach you guys to do. Take it at the pivot, get your money, go to the next one. But anyways, exactly. It's exactly, Mike. It's exactly it. It's exactly it. They look at the statistics of it. They know they have to have so much of a failure rate based on each person giving them $50 for an account or whatever the accounts are. And then they need X number to fail based on their rules and stuff, so that at the end of the day, the one person that they do prop up and go, woohoo, we paid this guy, they're just paying him chump change. I mean, have any of you seen have any of you seen the have any of you seen the lawsuit that was filed? They'll let you cowboy it to get the PA. Then they collect your real money on those PAs. And then they go, okay, now go ahead and trade. Have any of you seen now I'm going to get into off the topic, but there was a video that I saw once on a lawsuit that somebody filed with Apex. Filed against Apex. It was apparently a former business partner who who resigned from Apex, but they were supposed to, like, they had a buyout agreement of X% of the profits for whatever, something like that. That was what the whole thing was. That's what the lawsuit was about. And he did not get paid. So in the lawsuit, there was the plaintiff had to show damages. Okay. In the showing of the damages, and this is back, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago or so. I don't quite remember now. But in the damages was an actual breakdown of what the P&L was for Apex on a monthly basis. Apex themselves, after paying people out and all that stuff, they were making somewhere between $7 to $15 million a month off you guys. So this guy was supposed to get a percentage of that, whatever it was, 30%, whatever his ownership was. And that's what the lawsuit was about. He wasn't getting paid. Now, I don't know the outcome of the lawsuit, nothing, but I sat there as a CPA, license on the wall. I sat there and stared at the P&L that was in the lawsuit. And I was like, son of a bitch. Anyways, that's what those prop firms are there for. They're there to make money, and the way they make money is for you to fail. That's it. That's the whole point of my thing. I sit here and say prop firms are good for you if you recognize that it's an inexpensive way for you to practice trading. That's what it is. It's a very inexpensive way for you to do things like this. It costs me more money to do this than it does for you with a prop firm. Because, I mean, hell, I have to pay for my data every month, for example. I don't know what the outcome was, Thomas. I didn't follow up on that. I mean, it seemed like a pretty dry and shut case to me, but that they didn't pay the guy. And it was going to be millions that they owed him. I mean, I remember that the lawsuit was for millions of dollars. Oh, so you saw what I'm talking about, Fish Atlantic? You saw that also? You heard about it? Yeah. Again, my recollection of all of it is pretty vague because, I mean, I don't. My guess is a settlement, Thomas. That's my guess is exactly that. My guess, because if you don't settle on it, the only people that make money are the attorneys. And isn't that interesting that the lawmakers are attorneys that create the laws, and anytime anything gets done in court, the only people that ever win are the lawmakers. It's amazing how that works. All right, so the NQ has run its way to the prior day high. The problem is, at the same time, the ES has already gone through it. See, they didn't get there at the same time. This one got here far after this one. If they were there at the same time, I'd be looking for them both to reject down. Looks like gold's going to walk its way to our high. I wish it would do something a little more violent, down and then up. Yeah, exactly. When I saw the lawsuit, I was like, I don't remember. I don't remember it that well, but I just remember thinking, holy shit. They are making a ton of money. Wow, Thomas. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That RTY is just gonna walk its way up that up that 9 EMA now. It's just gonna keep walking. Look at that. It would have ultimately hit my target if I'd have just kept my stop back, but Jesus, who needs that? What we really need is this to get a little bit violent down to here or down to here and then rotate up, because I believe this is where they want to go ultimately. Happy as a pig in mud. Yeah. Well, man, we had a lot of fireworks to start the day off, man. We had a lot of fireworks to start the day off. That's for damn sure. I'm up. I can't read that. Again, I can't read it. I'm on 1385. 1385. I was at 1600, so I gave back some money. I don't remember where I gave it back. Oh, I gave it back on that wine. No, shit, I don't know where I gave it back. I gave back a little bit of money, I think. Look at that NQ. So the NQ actually worked. Frustrating. So the NQ actually did work. That trade actually, that short did actually work, even though the ES was all the way through. Now, so like, let's go back over to the ES. So the ES is now tested the top of the line. So watch how this starts battling long, and this keeps getting pushed. See how they're together? Look at these candles. This one here and this one here. So this one's tested the top of the prior day high. This one tested the bottom of the prior day high. So this one's trying to go long. This one's pushing back. So that's where you get conflicting directions. Is that now? Just stare at that for a minute. Isn't that amazing how much these are alike? That's yeah, Mike, Mark, that could seriously happen to me. We're supposed to be we're like basically where the ice is going to be. No problem, David. Don't spend all that money in one place. I'm going to be pissed off if gold rolls all the way up without giving us a pullback. Come on, gold. This is gold over on the corner here. But see this situation here? So now this is pushing this back up because we had an inside candle off of this prior day high, and it's pushing it back up now. And so this is getting pushed back up. Yeah, no problem, recovery. Yeah. Everything in my house is natural gas except my power. So, for the few times that this has happened, I've been able to, turn on my gas fireplaces and, hot water and all that kind of stuff. But certainly not any trading. Yeah, mittens. Yeah, she's in the house right now. She's sleeping on the couch on the other end of my office. She stays around me. If I go upstairs, she goes upstairs. If I come downstairs, she comes downstairs. She's like my third dog. The weather. The one thing about North Carolina that I tell people is we get all 4 seasons. The key is none of them are extreme, and that's the benefit. When I lived in Vermont, obviously we got all 4 seasons, but winter was freaking vicious. That's extreme. Boy, the ES is trying. It's trying to push this back up. We are just stuck in this little battle right here. It's too bad these two didn't agree with each other. There would have been a great setup off these prior day highs. We could have made some real money. Just like yesterday afternoon, man. I'm telling you, when I saw that yesterday afternoon after 12 o'clock, I was like, damn, bam, hit that. I was so confident in it, I took both trades in both instruments. Really need this to come down in gold. Need this to come down, get on our 5-minute gold line, and then rotate up. Thomas lives north of Greensboro. Yeah, half full stuff. I love the weather in North Carolina. I really do. Compared to Florida or Vermont, where you have the extremes of one or the other. I mean, summertime in Florida is absolutely freaking vicious. People don't even go outside. Who wants to have to sit in their house 6 months out of the year? I don't want to do that. I like taking my dogs for walks and stuff. Yeah, Thomas and I met just before New Year's and had lunch together because he's not that far from me, really. And then he pissed me off because he wouldn't let me pay. Yeah, he pissed me off because he wouldn't let me pay. Man, we're just not getting much movement here. It's like the market just kind of went to sleep, man. There's just not much going on. Gold line short in the NQ. Here, let me get. Oh, shoot. What did I do here? Oh, man. Ah. God dang it. Sorry. Get this out of the way. I'm a little confused here. I'm outside of Winston-Salem. I'm in Clemens, North Carolina, Fish Atlantic. That's funny, Thomas. Come on. Come on, come on. Go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Go, 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 go. God damn it. Shit. I wasn't going to give it any room. We had that rotation, broke these pivots, came up inside the red line. Big green, big red. Then I took that second leg there. Shit. I don't like Charlotte either. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Charlotte. Charlotte's got some problems, man. And the problems in Charlotte only continue to get worse. And I refuse to do business down in Charlotte. That's a fact. I will not do business in Mecklenburg County. I refuse. Which says a lot, because I'm even willing to do business in Buncombe County, which that's bad enough. This is going to go long now. Man, I had a nice reaction on that trade and everything. It just didn't continue. It didn't even get to the pivot. Now it's going to go long. Now it's going to go long. Man, that was a nice entry right here. I just needed it to get down to here and then start rotating. Damn it. Well, at least I was able to defend myself to not lose money. That's what I look for. One of the main things I look for when I'm trading, you guys may notice this, because I try to preserve my capital, try not to have big swings, is to try to recognize where that big leg's going to be, and then get in with that leg. And that's what happened here, but it just didn't follow through. So gold double top. See, it went up here and then it went up here again and starting to roll over. So hopefully we can get it to start violently moving back here for a rotation long. I should have kept that NQ trade to the long side. Damn. Anyways, I am going to shut it down for the day so I can continue to do my taxes. Yeah, already this thick. Continue to do my taxes that I need to get going for my corporation and for then ultimately for me. I will be back here tomorrow, I guess. Is today Thursday? Yeah, today is Thursday. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you go. All right, I'm sorry today's is short, but I mean, there's just not. I mean, we had fireworks out of the gate this morning. tons of fireworks. And then everything kind of went quiet. So, I mean, I'm just not seeing anything worth talking about for trading. But anyways, beautiful trade in the YM today. God, that was a beautiful trade. Had a good trade in gold. Yeah, a YM trade was a beauty. Absolute beauty. Absolute beauty. The ES had a beautiful setup on the 1 minute gold line earlier this morning. For those of you that caught that, I know a couple of you in here did. That was a beautiful, beautiful trade. Jesus. Anyways, so I'll see you guys later. And don't give back your profits. Don't give them back today. All right.